Hi everybody, Sean Lorch here. I just had a nice closing in Stoneybrook on Wednesday, May 20th. Welcome Annette Zellner to the neighborhood. And right now it is Friday, May 22nd, and wanted to do a video on what's happened in Stoneybrook, how our values holding up during the pandemic compared to last year. And so I'm going to jump into a spreadsheet here in a minute and show everybody what exactly has happened in Stoneybrook in Estero, Florida, and see how it's holding up. I just wanted to take a second to show everybody my site. Here's my number. If anybody wants to give me a call and talk shop, you can get me there. SeanLorchRealEstate.com. You can send me an email easily through the site. And I just want to show you my Stoneybrook page. I do have a page dedicated just to Stoneybrook. And this is that page. And here is something that I like a lot. If you want to know how much your home is worth, you can click here and it's going to take you to this page. And I'm asking you a few questions in this page. A lot of other sites that estimate your home's value, totally generic. They're oftentimes erroneous by more than 10%. I mean, it can be ridiculous how off they can be. The reason they're off is because they're not asking you the right questions. And so here are the right questions. We need to know if you're updated. What kind of upgrades do you have in the home? What do you back up to? Obviously, your square footage, I can look that up, so that'll be factored into, of course. So if you just fill this out right here specifically, and then hit the send email, I'm going to get that in real time, and then I'll give you a call or an email back, and I'll get dialed in on your value. I was an appraiser for 9 years. So value is a hot button of mine. I don't appraise anymore, but I still have that knowledge. I'm a full-time realtor right now. I do have my broker's license. I've been selling real estate for 15, going on 16 years. So let me show you my spreadsheets. Okay, so this is it. And what I like to do, instead of grouping all of Stoneybrook together, I like to separate the single-family homes from the villas, from the condos. And for today, I did not do the condos. I did the villas and the single-family homes. If anybody wants a report on condos, just let me know. I'll be happy to do it for you. So let's see what has happened. Our time frame that I used, March 15th to May 20th of 2019, same time frame 2020. And I chose March 15th as a starting point because that's really when the pandemic got serious for the most part. And so we have just over 2 months worth of data here in Stoneybrook, and this is single family homes only is what we're going to start with. So we had less homes that sold. 10 sold last year, 7 sold this year. When you jump over here with me, you'll see why. There's less for sale. So it does stand to reason that if there's less for sale, there's going to be less that sell. 27 were available last year, only 16 this year during that time period. That's a 40% difference in inventory. If you're an owner in Stoneybrook and if you're thinking about selling, great time to sell. Stoneybrook is super desirable. People want to be in Stoneybrook. And I'd be happy to talk to you for free about a few strategies, how to max out your value. I do offer negotiable rates. I'd love to be one of the realtors that you interview before you decide on who you're going with, and I'll definitely make it worth your while. Okay, let's jump over here to median price. This is a little bit weird, but I'll explain why. 2019, 321 jumped up to 435. And the reason why it jumped up is because the median size home to sell jumped up significantly from 1712 to 2572. So that's why the price jumped up. The best thing to look at in terms of value is price per square foot, because for the most part that levels the playing field for size. Bigger homes within the same neighborhood tend to sell for less per square foot than the smaller homes. Obviously the bigger homes sell for more money as a whole, but when you break it down per square foot, you'll find that they sell for less per square foot. And that's why our median reflects that, showing that the median price per square foot is off by 6% this year. But anybody who took stats in college will know that when you have a small sample size, especially 25 or less, you're better off using an average than the median. So the total number sold here, small sample size 10 versus a sample size of 7. So when we look at average $172 a square foot compared to 171. I mean, that's a wash. That's off by 0.5% in a pandemic. So that's really, really good. And what else is really good and even better, the median days on market. So from the day you list your home for sale to the day you have an accepted contract on your home, it's only taken 30 days in Stoneybrook. And that's a median number, 30 days, which is down by 25%. It's probably because there's less to choose from. So if you're a seller in Stoneybrook, you have something that people want, and it's reflected here that the values in a pandemic, the biggest of our lifetime, is rock solid, and they're selling faster. So that's great news. If you own a villa, that's not too bad either to be an owner of a Stoneybrook villa. Same time period, 5 in 19 sold to 4 in 2020 sold, so a 20% difference. The median price basically the same, median size basically the same. This is the median price per square foot, 2% increase, and we know we like the average better because of the smaller sample size, and we're up 4% this year. Days on market, these villas, they sell super fast, even faster than the single families, which sell fast. 4 days was the median in 2019, and 15 is a more realistic number. 4 is obviously not sustainable. 15 is ultra fast for that matter, and that's what it was in 2020 during this time period. As far as inventory of villas, there's not much for sale. 3 hasn't changed. There were 3 for sale during this time period this year. If you're asking yourself, well, how could 5 sell if only 3 were for sale? It's because these 5 that closed, some of them were pending prior to March 15th and never were reflected in the inventory number. So they were just never for sale during this period, but they did close during this period. So that's why that is different. All right, guys, well, stay healthy. If anybody wants to reach out to me and talk shop, you know how to get me. Again, I offer negotiable rates. Love to be one of the realtors that you interview before you pick your realtor if you're looking at selling. And even if you're just curious, you just want to talk shop and you're not ready to sell, that's okay too. I'm happy to talk with you. So, all right, guys, if you're a golfer, keep them in the short grass, and I'll do another video down the road, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.